Next up, thanks to Anchor Subaru on 146 in North Smithfield, we're going to be talking about the all-new 2025 Nissan Kicks, a subcompact SUV that has lots of style and it has a lot of built-in features for the money and huge value. So the Nissan Kicks has been out for a few years, but 2025 gives us this new redesign. And we talk a lot about on this show that I like to highlight cars that are different and have different kind of looks, because when you look out in the parking lot at your local shopping center or what have you, you might notice that a lot of cars look the same. But I think the Nissan Kicks has a really different and cool look to it. We have two-tone available. It has this really interesting front end, and Consumer Guide has called this a Best Buy for 4 years in a row, as has Cars.com has rated this a great value. So let's talk about the Nissan Kicks. So we go down here, they start at $21,830, which is crazy considering the amount of equipment you get. 141 horsepower, 141 pound-feet of torque, up to 28 miles per gallon city, 35 highway, which for something shaped like an SUV is great, especially for a non-hybrid. So as we scroll down here, we can see this is the upper level SV trim, which has these really neat 3-spoke wheels. This has the two-tone paint. We have a really interesting C-pillar here. And as we notice, it has a really unique front end design. So it definitely doesn't look like your average SUV, which I really like. This is great for the city. It's a small vehicle, yet it packs a lot of punch as far as its ability to carry people, things, and get great mileage. If we look on the interior here, it has a full digital display, which is great. An actual shifter, which everybody knows that I love, an actual shifter. A nice smart steering wheel, and everything's right where you want it. There's not 1,000 things everywhere, but the other thing I do like about it is we do have our HVAC controls and heated seats with buttons and conventional stocks, cruise control, and all those goodies. So that dual available 12.3-inch display is really useful, and as you notice, the upgraded stereo, you have speakers in the headrests, and we all love a great stereo. And this one happens to be from Bose. It is available with ProPilot Assist, which is really neat. One of the nice things about the 2025 Nissan Kicks is that it comes with the Nissan Safety Shield 360, which gives you a myriad of safety items, which we all know and love, especially with a lot of people being distracted on the roads. It has the automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, which is pretty self-explanatory. Rear automatic braking, that's if you're backing up and something happens to be behind you, the vehicle will stop, or at least help you try to stop. We have the blind spot warning system, which we all know about. Rear cross traffic alert, which we've talked about on the show before. That's you're backing out of a spot, cars on either side of you, and somebody's flying through the parking lot. It will alert you that somebody's coming even if you can't see them. I have found that personally very useful in many cars. Lane departure warning, high beam assist, all kinds of things. And even though this is a smaller SUV, it does have plenty of room for 5, an optional panoramic sunroof. Like I mentioned, that Bose stereo system, which also has speakers in the front headrest, which I think is really neat. And you can also get an optional panoramic moonroof. Remote engine start system is great with the intelligent climate control, automatic temperature control with soft touch switches. And another thing is, even with the seats folded up, we can see it has a lot of room in the back, much more than, let's say, maybe a 2-door Ford Bronco that somebody that is on the show might have, that has very little space. But we love that it has lots of room in the back here, 60 feet of cargo space. And as we go in the front here, you can see it has all kinds of technology, the leather-wrapped steering wheel, the dual 12.3-inch displays that we mentioned. Comes with smartphone connectivity, as you would imagine. Wireless charging is optional, and plenty of accessories. We've talked about this on some of the Kia products. The virtual key, you can lock, unlock the door, start your car, and it can be given up to 7 other people that can use the vehicle. Say if you have roommates and you're parked behind somebody and you happen to be at work, you can get that, you can give them the virtual key and they can move it and get it out of the way so you don't have to get out of work. The virtual key thing is great, let me tell you. We have the dual camera drive recorder. The other thing I like, this is just a me thing, I love the interior accent lighting. That's always really cool where it glows blue underneath here. And it has 20 pre-programmed options of light. I happen to like the blue myself. So there are 3 levels of the Nissan Kicks. You can have the S, the SV, or the SR, which is the top of the line. So the S gets you the 2-liter direct injection engine, the intelligent cruise control, which is crazy for something at this price point, automatic braking with pedestrian detection, which is wonderful. And if you move up to the SV, we have some really neat wheels, those cool lights. We have the dual colors, which I think are really neat, so you can get the two-tone. Very cool. When you move up to the SV, this gives you the 12.3-inch dual display that we were mentioning, the wireless Apple CarPlay and the wireless Android Auto. And then as we move up to the highest model, which is the SR, this has my favorite wheels. I think these 3-spoke wheels are really neat and retro. You can also get the two-tone paint, which I think is really cool and customizable. So we see the blue with the black roof there. This gives you the Pro Pilot Assist, the 19-inch wheels I mentioned, and this has slightly different headlights, grille, and front fascia that has the daytime running lights that are unique to the SR. Now, the SR, which is the top of the line model, starts at $26,000, and it still gets you into the mid-30s for fuel mileage on the highway. I think it's a great value, and if you want to check one of these out, make sure to check them out at Anchor Nissan on 146 in North Smithfield.